speak. I've wanted to do this for a while now, and for a few months, just telling the fucking truth, why doing to myself. And I think it's a great time that I actually start telling the truth. Because if we don't tell the truth to ourselves, we just end up in denial, and that started my downward spiral. So I'm going to put my hands up and say, right about now, I am struggling, and it's still uncomfortable for me to say, but Christmas is literally 3 days away, and I think it's the right time for me to express and how I'm feeling. It's going to help me, but in saying that, it may help another person. So here we go. So since lockdown, the beginning, I've been suffering with anxiety and depression. I don't mind saying anxiety, but depression I still am not comfortable with, but I know I'll get there. But I'm struggling with anxiety and depression. But it's okay. I feel like I'm finally at that point where I'm like, do you know what? So what? I am struggling with depression and anxiety. You fuckers, go away. But there was a time where I couldn't even, they never even contemplated. Everybody sees me as happy, smiley, but do you know what? For a very, very long time, it's been fake ass shit. This smile on my face is not fake, it's fake. The inside was crumbling, and because I wasn't honest and truthful to myself, my exterior, nobody was there to help me, because all they could see was smiling and happy and positive. But do you know what? No, enough's enough now, and it feels like a release. It's therapy. No, I'm just being truthful now. It's Tuesday, and truthful on Tuesdays. But to tell the truth and be honest with ourselves allows us to start a journey or start inviting help, just showing you truth. I just didn't really understand that before. Me, as the person I am, my mechanism is to just carry on. I know we're going into tier 4 and there's tier 3s, and Christmas is literally here and it's ruined some Christmases. But how about if it hasn't? How about if this is really giving us an opportunity for us to stop and find our truth? Whether we want to spend fucking £1,000 on presents, whether we don't want to celebrate Christmas at all, that's you, that's your truth, that's who you are. And I only can see now, from like say 6 months of being this Christmas, I think it's going to be the best Christmas. Obviously some people are not going to be with their families, but there's ways around it. These are just obstacles. If we want to listen to the government and we want to listen to fucking Boris, go on, like, you're locked down. Do you know what? Just live your life. It's your Christmas. they can shut down what they can shut down and try and control us, but don't allow that to actually control your day. Like, we can connect to people in so many different ways. It might bring ideas to you that you never have thought of before, but take the time just to embrace that what we are going to be experiencing. And for the people like myself, I am around family, and I may not understand how people are feeling that aren't going to be around family, but it's our choice to turn it round. And don't let Boris control your feelings. How are you letting that character looking, whatever you want to call him, I don't know, control your Christmas spirit? So I just wanted to open up the conversation and say, hands down, I am struggling the most I have in my whole entire life. But it is what it is. And for me to be honest and open has allowed growth within myself. And yeah, I'm feeling it's hard to talk about it, but we have to start by just talking about it and just being honest. I know I keep going honest and truthful, but that's all we got right now. Hope, faith, honest, and be truthful to who you are. It's a work in progress, but we only can try and we only can be willing. So if we're willing to make it work, or we're willing to not allow some... How are we allowing people that sit in these green chairs to contradict what we are going to do? We're going to be around family, or at least we can see family. Like back in my mum's days, they wouldn't be able to connect with family. We've got things, we've got tools that we can utilize. Don't let them dampen your spirit. You may be able to dampen your own spirit. That's up to you, and that's up to that's up to me. I can dampen my own spirit, but don't allow people that don't know you control this spirit. We don't need all these materialistic things. We can still have a good day. First lockdown, we learnt so much stuff. We can play games, we can like pop quizzes, we can, them are the things that we're gonna have to do this year, and we will never ever probably get this opportunity as a whole world, as a whole country, to just, just settle, block out the noise, and just do you, boo. Because I ain't letting them ruin none of my blood clot festive spirits or into the new year. I'm making a stand to myself, and only to myself, that I ain't having it. We're gonna fight the dust. Another one bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Knock them away. Knock them away. Yes, knock them away. Nah, I'm not having it. You can use this next 2 weeks, next week or so of 2020, which has been a horrendous year for everybody in some way. Whether we don't need the government, we don't need them to give us things, to allow us to go on a flight to a hot country, to let us enjoy the things that we have around us. But that's up to us. So yeah, I just wanted to shed some light and say, hands up, I'm struggling. And if you're struggling too, put your hands up and say you're struggling. There's nothing wrong in saying you're struggling. Like, I see it now. At a point, at a point, I couldn't do that. I literally couldn't do that. But I'm making a stand, and I'm fucking struggling. But I'm becoming stronger in that struggle, and that's what I'm realizing now. By zoning in on myself, and we have the time to zone in on ourselves more than ever before. So I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and it's gonna be a fucking epic new year, whether they want us to have a new year or not. They're not in control of my life. They're not in control of your life. Like, you can find your own happiness without all these exterior things that they think we need to hang on to. We don't need to hang on to none of that shit. Our happiness is in our being. So, they just frustrate me. Like, yeah, close down the club, close down the shops, like, food, warmth, and people, family, friends. You've got them, and them are the things that are truly gonna make this Christmas a Christmas to remember. It's gonna be a fucking Christmas to remember. But yeah, so if you want to drop me a line or an emoji, if you are feeling the same way, let's speak on it. We're struggling, and you're gonna tell me what? And no, this is my life. I live it the way I want to. Love.